Tom, a single dad raising his little girl Emma, had noticed this every time he stopped by after dropping her at school. He wasn't the type to pry, but something about her weighed on him. She couldn't have been much older than him, maybe late 20s, but her eyes carried decades of pain. One morning, unable to hold back, he finally asked the question no one else dared. "Why don't you ever smile?" The waitress froze, gripping the coffee pot so tight her knuckles turned white. For a moment, Tom thought she might walk away. Instead, she slowly set the pot down and whispered, "Because I don't remember what it feels like to have a reason to." Her words struck him like a punch to the chest. Tom couldn't stop thinking about it. That night, after putting Emma to bed, he replayed the moment in his mind. He knew what it felt like to lose reasons to smile. His wife had passed away 3 years earlier, leaving him to raise Emma alone. Nights were the hardest when the silence grew too heavy and he questioned if he was enough for his daughter. He recognized the same hollow sadness in the waitress's voice that he carried in his own heart. The next morning, Tom returned to the diner. He didn't ask anything personal, didn't push her to explain. But when she set his plate down, he looked her in the eyes and said softly, "I know it's hard, but sometimes, someone else needs your smile just to get through their day." She blinked, clearly fighting back tears, and quickly turned away. Days passed, and Tom kept coming back. He'd talk about little things or funny stories about Emma, struggles with laundry, the disasters of cooking pancakes without burning them. Slowly, he noticed something change. The waitress, whose name he learned was Lily, began to pause at his table just a little longer. She didn't smile yet, but her eyes softened. Then one day, Emma joined him. She was bubbly, full of questions, and when Lily came by, Emma tilted her head and asked innocently, "Why are you always sad?" Tom nearly choked, embarrassed, but Lily crouched down to Emma's level and let out a shaky laugh at the first sound of joy Tom had ever heard from her. That's when Lily finally opened up. She told them her story. 2 years ago, she'd lost her baby boy in a car accident. Her marriage had fallen apart after that. She had no family left, no home other than a small rented room, and the diner was her only way to keep going. "Smiling feels wrong," she whispered, "like I'd be betraying him." Tom's throat tightened. He reached across the table and said gently, "Smiling doesn't mean you've forgotten him. It means you're still alive, and he'd want that for you." For the first time, Lily didn't turn away from the words. Tears streamed down her cheeks, but with Emma's little hand reaching out to hold hers, something broke open in her heart. Over the following weeks, Lily and Tom grew closer. She began sitting with them during her breaks, and Emma adored her. Tom found himself drawn to the strength she didn't even realize she carried. Slowly, Lily began to smile again, not forced, but real. It was fragile at first, but it grew stronger each day. One evening, as Tom and Emma were leaving, Lily called out, "Thank you, a broken bar, for reminding me that life can still hold light." Tom turned back, his own eyes misty, and said, "You reminded me too." The bond that formed wasn't just about healing, it was about finding family in unexpected places. Tom learned that by reaching out with kindness, he could help someone find their way back to life. And Lily discovered that smiling didn't erase her past, it honored the love she still carried. By the end, the diner no longer felt heavy. The smell of coffee and bacon was the same, but now it was mixed with something far more powerful, a hope. And the single dad, the little girl, and the once broken waitress proved that sometimes, the simplest question can change everything.